I'm really excited to say this is like fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh pop-up live for the NeuroCreative Leadership Live pop-up summit. And if you're here watching, then surprise, you're watching a summit. Surprise, surprise. And yeah, before we delve into what this topic is about, I just want to say that everyone that's I've chosen and invited onto this is an absolute gem at what they do, and and they're hand-picked for their passion and purpose of how they're helping and showing up in the world. And it's an honor to have this space to be able to um, share insights and the 4 years of me wanting to become a coach and all of that processing that's taken to get to where I am to share my message and to put it into a framework that I wasn't expecting to be doing. And so this framework involves neurocreativity and leadership and how they work together and whatever it is, what is that? And there's no point in me having ideas without getting feedback from it. So this is like a feedback summit as well. This is about finding out what people think about what my message is, and but at the same time not trying to sit in the background, keep designing. This is like now I'm just talking about it and finding out what it's like, a market research version of the summit. And I'm so pleased to be joined with Masha Nova as well on this journey, because she's helped me quantum leap in so many ways in the last 4 months. Do you know there's one thing I wanted to share. I don't know whether you saw, because we were on an event recently, just recently, and you encouraged the idea of how processing with the AI and using AI tools can speed up productivity by 12 times. You mentioned that. And I had a look back at what sometimes would take me 3 weeks to process one email that was had complicated emotional context. And I can do that in an hour now. And I looked at what that was, and I put it in and did the math. It's 504 times for processing, my processing of that data of being dyslexic, ADHD, autism, all of those things that you could, it's, I've quantum leaped that much. I can now. I created a summit and had the idea of it. Well, I've been building up to this, but I had the idea and I had a landing page ready to start testing and populating in 24 hours, 48 hours.
Wow. Wow.
I can have an idea and I can literally do something
Brilliant.
with it before, and it's just incredible. So that's the power of what's possible when you've got people that have tried things out and they know how to do things, and it's just an honor to have had been helped that way. And I don't know what else to say about that, but I wanted to say thank you so much, Marsha, and um can't wait to delve into this topic. And it's what we just named it. We've named it Personality Power Play, the Freedom Flow Formula for Quantum Business Design. And so with that, got a few questions. And this is a laser focused interview as well. So um, what's the, what's Masha? What's your favorite topic in life and or work, or that brings both of those together, that drives you in your work and way of being, that helps you just feel, that fuels you in a lot of ways? What is that for you?
Super simple. Freedom. Freedom so we can choose to do what we want to do, how we want to do it, where we want to do it, how we want to do it, with who we want to do it. So it's really having the freedom of choice. in reality. And that's what's been driven. It's what gave me opportunity, first of all, to come to America, because I knew I'm not gonna say there's no country that gives you full freedom, but I knew that America will give me more opportunities. And then realized, even though a lot of people live also in America and other places, they don't actually have freedom at all. And we as leaders, we actually so much consumed. And one of the most common answer that I get by leaders, by entrepreneurs, is like, hey, how are you? They would say, oh, I'm so busy. Oh my God, I have so much going on. Oh my God, I'm overwhelmed. So literally, this is the most common answer I get. So isn't we supposed to achieve more freedom with all the like this technology and resources and global connection that we have? Isn't we as business owners start doing the business to get that freedom? But I find out it's not. So that's why I'm here as Masha also Nova, also aka Supernova, to save entrepreneurs from the too much of the stuff they're doing, and so they can focus on doing what they love and they do best. Simple as that.
Amazing, amazing, love it, amazing. And what what was that in within that freedom? What was it that drove you or realized that in the first place that helps you or that helped you before? And how did you realize that in your journey?
I mean, because there was one like I mean when I was especially a child, like a young teenager. That's how far you want me to go, or how far you want me to go?
Well, as laser focused as possible, but yes, yeah.
Yeah,
What?
so very shortly, I mean, very briefly, I grew up in Russia and I was always tall, blonde, and I mean, I always worked out, so I was skinny. So when I was a teenager, people would ask me, adults, "Oh, Masha, are you gonna be a model? Oh, Masha, are you gonna be like or something like that?" I'm like, "No, I want to do something with my brain. I want to be like a business owner. I want to own a big house, whatever it is." But I realized, that's it's I don't have that really freedom to choose because everybody's kind of really deciding for me what I have to do, be a model. No, I don't want to be a model. So from then I was like, okay, I'm gonna like kind of see I can do whatever I want in this life. I can choose and pick, I can choose my life and nobody can choose it for me. So that's kind of was like really since then. And every time in life it just was strengthening and strengthening and strengthening. And I didn't go to school or college to study freedom, right? Or even uh, but it's all just like the more and more diving in, and right now, like even what I'm pre-launching my Freedom Builders community, because really that's what I want. Yes, I want them to also make more income because more money will make them freedom, but I don't want them to make more income and then they're like dying because they don't like they're suffocating of their business and their life.
I hear ya. Amazing. Thanks so much for sharing. I love that. I didn't go to school to learn freedom. So funny. Excellent. So, so yeah, the second question, and this is where we're encouraged to like show up in a way in which is a lot more relaxed and finding a golden nugget within, because we can have lots of words for things and and sort of the study around that, but inside, when you notice the way you've noticed who you are as a unique being and the way you're uniquely wired, I like to call it, rather than like neurodivergent or neurodiverse or I say those words because people resonate with them. Otherwise, what's the but we have to have words that relate to each other through marketing. That's what marketing is, to relate to each other so that we can offer each other services. And but at the same time, when you recognize your uniqueness, um what's the one self-care thing that you go to that just that helps you?
Self-care, so like outside of the business function, right? Like outside of
Yeah,
like a relationship. Yes.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, for me, it's my daily morning like yoga most of the time routine. Like it's non-negotiable for me. I'm still figuring out how to do it while I'm on a trips. That one is like a little bit becomes a little still I'm figuring out that one I haven't figured out. But when I'm at home, I wake up, I drink my whatever things like I have lemon water and I have the salts and the like this by whatever it is, and then I right away just wash my face and roll the mat. Roll the mat, and I put my iPad and I have my speakers or my headphones, And literally daily, even though if I'm like I don't have time, I'm gonna do a quick 10 minutes. Even I've done like 5 minutes one, but this is like rare. Usually I make sure it's about like 30 minutes at least, but it's daily. It just wake up. Like even on Sunday, I wake up, I'm just like, oof, I stretch. I'm probably gonna do a lazy long or yoga, or I'm gonna do like more like a hit type of time. It's gonna hit. So it's really that's like shifts the whole day for me. And it's just the body, the mind, the focus, is that's what like really gets me keep going for sure.
Love it, love it. Thank you so much for sharing. Yeah, there's the next one. It leads into that too because you mentioned mind, body, and there's five powers that we have as humans across the board. That when we're in them or reminded of them, we can't be in sabotage or we can't be in self-sabotage. We can't be judging ourselves or others. And so these powers that we have, I wanna ask you, and I'll say them. So just listen in and see how they have you feel. And when they land, gauge them on which one is the most like powerful for you in terms of how it helps you on a daily basis to grow, so that you have to call upon it rather than it being like, oh, I do that one all the time, but this one's lower. It's like which one is the one that helps you the most, that you know that you need the most as well. So, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. So, the first one is empathy. The second one is curiosity. Third one is creativity. The fourth one is navigation. And by navigation, I mean from your heart, what's truly important to see where you're going and make sure everything takes you there rather than, setting the GPS and going to the shops. But yeah, navigation and activation to see the goal and take actions and be in action, be in flow and get into flow and getting out of flow and taking rest, making sure the yoga happens, all that stuff. So what are you doing? With all of those five, which one for you lands with you that you are working on and that helps you the most?
I mean, honestly, it's right away when you said that word, I was like, I think that's it. It's the curiosity.
Nice.
It's the curiosity for sure. Like if I was not curious, if like that would have not pushed me forward, like with so many things. Right? Like for me, like when I first established even this habit of doing, I was always saying I was not a morning workout person. And I was like, for life, I was saying I'm not a morning workout person. And then someone told me like, hey, it's like morning workouts work the best. You can get more focus and clarity. So I decided to put myself on a challenge. So I was curious to do a self-challenge. I mean, like just self-challenge, yes, and do a 30 days morning work yoga for 30 days, non-negotiable. And then on the 31st day, I wanted to do yoga in the morning. And on the 32nd, I want so it just but it all started with that curiosity. Okay, what if I'm not I've been lying to myself all these years that I'm not a morning person, morning workout person. So just like a simple example of that, I think it all starts with curiosity. If we just try to push ourselves to do something that's like we're not even like excited what's going to come out on the next side, what's going to be the outcome of it, it would be so hard for us to do that to get that outcome.
Mm, love it. I love it. Yeah, that's great to hear. It's so clear as well. So thank you. And it leads into good question. Excellent. And leading into that, the next one is the idea of this creativity process and this leadership process. And they basically have they oppose each other in good ways. Creativity is like relaxation, opening, freedom to flow in whatever comes and playing around with it. And then there's leadership, which is I'm sticking to this, I'm doing this and making it happen and putting the key in the lock and opening the door, it's that action. So this neuro-creative leadership approach is, or the creativity and the leadership, when I believe that when we get those two pieces in balance throughout the day, and go in and out of them regularly, then that's a key to success, because we're looking after ourselves expressively, as well as an expression can be in the creativity or the leadership too. So um I wonder what's landing for you when I share that. What do you get from it, and how it helps you when, or what are you getting from all of that for yourself, and
Yes.
what you're doing?
And I love how you said, like, I was like wondering, creativity is so important, right? Like, activation is so important. But again, coming back, if there was no curiosity, there will be no creativity. Because again, whenever, like, even let's simply creating an art, you're probably curious of what it's going to look like when you produce this art, right? You're curious how it's going to flow. So if you're again not curious and you're trying to be creative, I don't feel like creativity will work so much. And I'm actually thinking about this for the first time. So thank you for bringing this up, right? But again, like, if you were not, let's say, Rory, you were not creative of creation this summit, right? How it's going to come out, what is going to happen, like, you would not be so creative about it, right? Like, it just, again, I don't know. This is the first time we're thinking, but I feel like it's all for me. It starts with that kind of curiosity. That's where it sparks up, and then you're gonna activate, right? Then can navigate, and then what was the first word you mentioned was
Empathy.
empathy. Like, if you were not curious about the person, you would not be empathetic either, right? I don't know. That's how I feel like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Great.
they all still like relate to each other, right? Just having curiosity is not going to solve your problem, right? You got to go and activate it, right? And navigate and so
Mm.
on. Mhm.
Mm. Nice. And when it comes to this sense of being quantum business design, and what you're doing with the freedom flow formula, and and how you're showing up to help people with your creativity and your leadership, what are you getting from all of this about that?
Yeah. So actually, it's so perfect. Again, coming back and the freedom flow formula, it's pretty simple. It's like, how can you create a flow in your life, in your business, so it flows so well, so you enjoy, you're in it, right? And then you have your team, your systems, everything is like fluid and flowing well, right? And you get consistent this results that you want to. Now, the question of how it relates to what we're just discussing, it's so perfect. And this is what I always like, one of my favorite questions to ask, and this is what I also tell students in my audiences, that always ask what if, right? The what if. What if AI can support me there? What if I don't have to do this and there's something else can help me to do this? What if I can actually delegate it to someone that and I'm not gonna be like thinking, overthinking, oh my God, I could have done it myself better. I could have done it myself. So it's really about what if, like, you can free yourself up from like whatever activities, tasks, responsibilities, roles that you not really, it's not really you, it's not really your personality, coming back to our like topic, right? It's like we are sometimes forced to do things, like most of us visionary entrepreneurs should not be touching like financials, right, in a way we're not good at it. So how it is, and it starts again with curiosity of asking the question, what if I don't have to do it? What if I can just do the things that I love doing and doing best? Yeah.
Amazing. Great. Yeah, as you shared that, the piece around what I've learned as well, this sort of energy and optimization thing around doing 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 the strengths that are good, that make the most impact, are great. Doing the things that drain energy, that create impact, do less of, but still essential. Doing things that have big impact, but less impact and are draining, delegate and get someone else to do. And then there's um, what would be the last one? my brain's my brain's lost the last piece, but it's like that. There's like a energy and impact. less energy, more impact.
Exactly. Exactly.
So just working those things out, and that's really important. Yeah, what you're sharing there, and so helping people to do that is also so important. And it comes back around to the last wrap up kind of question is like with your, if you were to think about your unique value gift proposition in life and work, um, with your skills and your strengths that create the best results, what would that be? You kind of touched on it already, but from that
Yeah.
place of what's your gift that creates the best results in your life and work?
I mean, say besides of like that kind of actually curiosity, the what if is I would say the energy, right? I would say energy is I mean one of the most common compliment that I get is like, oh my God, Marsha, you have such an amazing energy, right? So I would say, like you're saying, it's definitely some sort of a gift for sure, but it's also, I'm not just energetic for no reason, or like share this energy. It's because I'm excited. I'm excited, right? Whenever I was doing the things and I was living the life that I was not excited about, and I was not at energy. But now, like, I mean, I'm like excited to wake up, and I'm a little having hard time to go to sleep just because I'm excited, right? And I'm even though like I went in some places to speak in front of the stage, and I was super exhausted, but I was so excited, and I'm seeing these smiling faces, and these people give me back the energy, and I can give even more. I can even like double up, triple up, whatever, quadruple that energy. And it's that energy, that's what flows, even though through the Zoom call, right? From like Zoom or through the like live streams, we still, even though it's not as good as in person, but we still. So I think this is definitely one of the gifts, and being able to being a leader, it impacts your team. So I have a team that just share with me birthday wishes, and they said, Marsha, thank you so much for everything you've been doing. Like, and it's like how your energy, you're always like so like ready, you're always, and it's yes. So I would say, yeah, that's a good point. I would say my energy is one of the gifts, and it's definitely impacts others as well.
Fantastic. Amazing, amazing. And so is there something that I love the word call to action because in marketing term, it seems like, a thing you have to do, but if you really look at it from a spiritual perspective, a calling to action, I could say, hey, anyone listening now, if you've been enjoying this, what highlight have you just got from this? Put it straight in the chat and as a call to action. Because if someone repeats something that they really like, could have a ripple effect of that as well. So sharing it in the chat and then sending it, it puts it out, and someone else that may need to hear this message will then hear it. And so this, I think, calls to action can be like this resent. There can be sort of a struggle with some people to work out what that is. It doesn't have to be this perfect thing. It can just be saying, "Hey, what do you think of this?" And it can be so important to bear that in mind. So um, the reason why I'm saying that is I think it's really important to bear in mind about calls to actions, and that's the real leadership because it doesn't have to be do this, do that. It's just like I did with these questions, Masha, and say, "Hey, what's your gift?" And that sends out that's a call to your thoughts on your actions, and so it can be done in so many ways, and business doesn't have to be hard in that respect. It's just like get out there and make an offer or an invite or ask a curious question, and so um with that, what's your call to action, or what's the thing that you want people to know that you're doing at this time that will help them if they're resonating with what we've been sharing and what you've been talking about?
Thank you. I mean, there's just perfect call to action in a way. I mean, so I'm launching a Freedom Builders community. It's a platform where there's going to be like we are right now in process of building these tools and freedom assessments, freedom flow formula itself, getting out, like tracking your and your habits, tracking your daily actions towards your goals. So we're building, I mean, and this platform is really community. How can we stay accountable to each other? How we can really like consistently look into things, removing, okay, what I can delegate this week that I'm gonna stop doing, what can I automate this week? And it's really not really like here trying to like enroll people or like, oh, and there's of course there's a free level on this, but it's really like I want to spread the word. Again, there's so many entrepreneurs talking about making more money, of course, and like systemizing business and AI experts, I would say. So I don't really like to call myself an AI expert because yes, I'm just using AI as a tool, as one of the tools, right? It's just one of the tools that we can leverage. So really want for us to be able, like I know Rory's be like cooking something also with Rory as well, because I mean, we need to be able to really live the life that we have. I don't know what religion or spirituality or non-spirituality, but we only have at least one life in this body. I know that, like, right? Whoever believes it or not, how we can maximize it and still as entrepreneurs, not just think of one day to retire from the business, sell it and one day to retire. No, let's live the life now.
Let's live the life now. Let's keep it rocking.
Indeed.
Amazing. Amazing. Thank you so much, Masha. And the that's really it. So for this conversation, and apart from, what's your wrap up thing that you've got most out of this, Masha?
Oh, I mean, honestly, like your questions were so incredible. Like, I haven't realized how much really actually curiosity moves me and how much actually curiosity moves people in general and how curiosity can move them to the wrong directions too, actually, if you think from that perspective, right? And we just don't talk, like entrepreneurs don't talk a lot about curiosity, to be honest, right? And I'm realizing how it's important for us. And it's like how to make it more like real, not pushy. Like I love to be in a flow. So we can that would say that one definitely biggest takeaway. Thank you, Rory.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Awesome. And what I got from it, from this was just gonna scan for a moment. Yeah, one of my favorite things was freedom as well. So that sense of it's one of my highest values as well that I have. So even though I found myself in many situations in life sort of restricting myself, probably more than necessary. In fact, I'm doing it, even now. I think the thing is that it's like just it's almost the idea of sacrifice being a bad thing, but sacrificing things, cutting things off, limiting the process so that more quality has to fit through a less of a quantified gap.
Yeah.
Have to make it go through here and shape it into something. So that's I think that's the thing of what I get from it is this sense of freedom, working towards freedom, but not waiting too long. But that's what I'm getting. So this sense of um, what's helped me with uh, what you've helped me with the processing, and that's created a lot of freedom to just have an idea and make it happen too. So that's what I've got from it. And I feel like in the follow-up summit in May, what I'm doing is whoever's interested and can come along, we've take the two topics, curiosity and freedom, and build something into a longer training and a longer talk. So this has been like, hey, pop up, and these are playing with ideas, and now we're going to turn it into something bigger and stronger next
Oh,
time. So
yeah.
that's the idea. And again, if you've been watching this, what's your highlight? What's your question? What's your focus? What are you going to do now? Because again, idea taking action. If there's a call to action and it feels like a call to action, if it doesn't feel like a call to action, then it would be like, no, um, I don't need it. But if there's a call to action and there's resistance, then it's like, oh, there's something in there. Because I can either just be like no, or the resistance is a fear of growth through the call to action. It could be that it's the action's too big, but we can make them smaller. So that's why I'm saying just highlight, comment, share it with someone, cause a ripple effect. And thank you so much for watching the NeuroCreative Leadership Pop-Up Summit. Uh,
Woo.
Personality Power, play. And um, all the best for now. Is there any final word, Masha?
Very badass. Like I love the like doing this like cool pop-up. Like the yeah, I wanted to like really say like your questions were like so not typical question that really got me like think of something I've never thought of. That's powerful. That's super powerful. Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, this is not your usual summit whatsoever.
Mm,
Yeah,
amazing.
nice
Amazing.
one. Thank you
People
so much.
need.
All the best. So have
Yeah.
a good one. And oh yeah, there's going to be there's a sign up for the watching of the other ones too. So they're all interesting, amazing, unique, handpicked specialists that are putting stuff out in the world that are really making big changes, even if you can't don't know how to expect it. It's there. But yeah, stay curious, and we'll speak to you